Hello, my name is Jerome, and welcome to my RC Construction YouTube channel. Today, I just got a delivery from FedEx, and I am going to let you watch me reveal it. This is an excavator that I ordered from Toucan Hobby Wednesday morning before I went to work after doing some research. And here it is Saturday, 4 days later, and it's at my house here in the United States because I discovered Toucan Hobby has a warehouse in New Jersey and one in California, and this one was in New Jersey, and they only had one in stock, and I got it. So, what is it? This is a XDRC-945, which is a replica of a Liebherr 945. I believe that might be German. This one is as big as my Lisu SK 500. It's actually heavier than that one. It's got a FlySky IS6 radio, which I'm going to convert over to use on with my FlySky Paladin radio. This is a battery and a charger. Come on, buddy, you can do it. This is, wow, one of the buckets. Has strong. This is a second bucket. It's wider. Some handrails, a couple extra tracks and mirrors, and a lot of hydraulic gaskets. They gave me a man and a plunger to put oil in it. See if I can do this. Here we go. All right. All right, so this is the machine here. It's pretty big, and I think it weighs about 54 pounds. It's definitely heavy. I'm gonna put it up on the bench and start getting it ready to go. All right, I have things put together and the excavator is ready to be turned on. In the meantime, what I did, I had to connect this pump to this arm because it was folded up during delivery. I put a windshield wiper on here, this rail and this mirror. I put this rail on. Let's see. The rail here with this mirror. For this excavator to add oil, right here, there are 4 screws. Let's see. It may be better. There's 4 screws right here. When I lift this plate up, there's a screw for adding oil, and there's also a vent screw behind it. I had to put 130 milliliters of oil, or around 4 ounces. So I have that all done. In this compartment here, when this lid is open, let me roll them back. There's a pressure gauge right here, a XT60 plug for the battery, and 3 servos for the bucket, the stick, and the boom. There is no on-off switch for this, so once I put the battery in, it's automatically powered up. Kind of thought it was weird at first, but I do appreciate it because I always disconnect the batteries on my excavators and rock crawlers when I finish playing with them. At least that's my intention. And the reason I do that is I've had the electronics on them fail before. When I had my double E Volvo excavator, twice when I plugged it in and powered it on, smoke came out of it. Both times it was an ESC that burned up. And when I had my Cabalite excavator, one time I just plugged the battery in and didn't even turn it on, and smoke came out of it. And it still functioned, but it took me almost 3 months to figure out what burned up. And it had a little electronic module in it that was used for a hammer that you could put on in place of the bucket. And that circuit board I took out to put a sound system in, and I saw that it was all burned up. So I don't mind having to unplug this in order to turn it off. So I'm going to power it up now. And this has the warning light on the back of it. All right, let me zoom out a little bit. So there's a manual quick connect on the front of here. To add the bucket or change buckets. So this lever here, if I lift it up, it releases the bucket. And if I push the bucket back, it locks in place. And this bucket is heavy. It's much heavier than the bucket on my Lisu SK500. Another feature that this has in the rotation, this is slow rotation. I have a switch I can flick and it rotates much faster. So that's interesting. So now I'm going to take the body of this off to show you what's on the end. Oh, one thing I forget. This does have a light assembly. That's the boom lights. We have a light down here, 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 and here, and all of them together. In addition, oh, it's not on now. There is a light inside the display inside of there. And for this warning light, there's a button on the back of the transmitter that controls how that spins. And I just noticed that the other button on the back of the transmitter makes the hydraulic pump turn on. So now I will take the body panels off and show you what's on the inside. In order to remove the body panels, there's 2 screws on this side. And 1, 2, 3 screws on this side. And under the bottom here, there's 3 longer screws to remove this counterweight in the back. So I'll lift up on this, and this is the counterweight that comes off. And for this, I think I just lift straight up. And this wire here is for the light. Yeah, here we go. So I unplug the light and remove this body. So inside of here, we got ESCs down here. And there's 3 there should actually be 4 ESCs. 1 for each of the track motors, 1 for the turret to spin around, and 1 for the hydraulic pump. Right up here, this is the receiver. And here is the electrical distribution right here. These quick connects. Under here, this is the gauge, which goes to the distribution well, and this is for power. Also, if you look across here, there's actually a level where I can see where the oil level is inside of the tank, which is right here. This is the motor for the hydraulic pump. All right. Coming back here. Back here is the 3 ESCs. Look like they're very easy to get to. On this side, we have the hydraulic pump, and this is the valve body over here. This is the inlet from the oil tank that goes into the valve body. This is the outlet, which pumps the oil back into the hydraulic tank right here. And at the top, we have the turret motor, which makes the top spin. And this is, all of the motors in this are brushless motors. And the 3 servos right there. Let's take a look at the front. If we can zoom in here, you can see the 4 connections for these 2 cylinders. It's 2 for this one here and another 2 for this one here. Looking at the cylinders, on this front cylinder right here, which goes to the bucket, this is input line, this is an output line for this bucket. And up here for this cylinder, for the stick, we have one going in here, one coming out there. And this is the lights for this side. So all in all, it's a very simple machine, which is why I bought it. I was outside excavating with my Lisu one day and thinking about it, and I just was thinking that machine is so complicated. When I first purchased it and I saw pictures of the inside of it, it looked like a work of art. I mean, the way they just have all the pipes and everything coordinated and flowing together, it just looked amazing in there. Little did I know that made it almost completely unserviceable. So every time that I have to repair something or go in there to fix something, it becomes an enormous ordeal to do that. So I started thinking about, I want an excavator that would be powerful, but when I open it up, it's very simple, it's very modular and easy to get through to replace everything. These are standard size servos here, 4 screws, pop it right out. In my Lisu, they're miniature servos. They're very difficult to get, and I have to go through a half hour of unscrewing pieces just to replace them. And I've had to replace them 5 different times. And also, I went through a period of 6 weeks with a lot. I think I had 9 to 13 oil leaks in there. And the screws were so small, I had to make my own tools, and they were very inaccessible to reach the screws with all the copper piping in there. This one here, there's just an individual hose, which is clearly visible, coming from each of the servos, from the distribution well, 2 lines going to each of the cylinders. And it's simple. It's very easy to replace anything on here. The ESCs are off the shelf. I can get any off the shelf ESC to put in here, which with my Lisu, I did find an off the shelf ESC for that also. So all in all, I am very pleased with what I see right now. I haven't had a chance to go dig with this yet. The weather outside, it's about 97 and it looks like it's about to thunderstorm. But I will put on a video up when I do that. One other thing that made me want to get this is the tracks. So if I can get so here's the pictures of the tracks. And what I like about them is they have pins pressed into them to hold the pieces together. My Lisu has little E-clips that clip on each and every one of these pins. And every hour or two that I play, I have to replace 6 to 10 of those clips because they constantly fall off. And I purchased probably a few hundred of them since I've been playing with my excavator. It's not a big deal to replace them, but I always worry about losing one of the pins that go in there to hold the two tracks together, and not being able to get a replacement. So I like the fact that these don't come apart. Let's see. So seems like this thing's gonna have a lot of speed despite its weight. And I can tell they also have a delay built into it from the time that I turn the wheel to get track motion going. There's about a second delay, which is a good thing because it prevents from grinding up the gears, especially if you go from forward to backwards. So it's pretty nice stainless steel step. Everything on here is metal except for the plastic inside of the cab windows. Let's see if I can show you one more thing. This is inside the top of it, and you can see the lines that come from here that go out to the different cylinders. So very easy to replace or do maintenance. And so this is a Liebherr 945, which they gave me some decals for me to put on, and I will put them on there. And let's see, was there anything else I wanted to say about this? No, not at this time. Another thing that's great about this is I have to move it again. This is the top of the oil tank. These 3 screws hold the hydraulic pump down, but these 6 screws allow this whole top plate to lift off. So if I ever needed to clean out the inside of this tank, I can just pop this lid off, do whatever I need to do, and pop it back on. So that's all I've got for now. Very pleased, very happy. Can't wait till I get to dig with it. I ordered a receiver, which I got right here, a FlySky receiver, and all of my equipment currently runs off of this Paladin transmitter. So they gave me this one here. I'm going to swap the receiver, program this one here, and everything will be controlled from one transmitter. So that's my video for today. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you got any questions or comments, just put it into the comment section. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Feel free to share it with somebody else. And I am out of here.